Go. This is going to be game number 2 of Rex versus MC. Rex, our Taiwanese Zerg, in the top right. And in the top left, we're going to have MC. All right. So, you know, if you didn't see game 1, definitely make sure you check that out. But crazy game from MC. It was on Fighting Spirit, so a StarCraft 1-esque map. And I think they followed the mineral layouts is what it looks like, right? So StarCraft 2 maps are lighter on the patches, but more bases. And then StarCraft 1, lighter on the bases, but the patches have a deeper mineral count. So just to throw that out there. Looks like he's thinking about 2 gate here again. I hope not. MC is going to throw down 2 gateways to open. It absolutely did not work well in the first game against Rex. So I'm a little bit surprised to see it again. It failed pretty hard before. Now, well, to be fair, if you know your opponent's likely to go for a gold base, that's going to be really far away from everything else. So the Zealots are much more likely to be able to get some damage. I like the idea. Now, maybe he skips Forge here and is able to more quickly go for, you know, like a Nexus to just follow up. You get so much money. The builds are so different than StarCraft 1. Money just comes pouring in this StarCraft 2 mod. All right, so Zealot's on the way. You can see MC here overproducing probes. Very normal. It's what you have to do in StarCraft 1. I know you definitely do that somewhat in StarCraft 2 as well, but it's a different level in StarCraft when you basically don't stop until you have the right worker count. Sometimes you do. I mean, every situation's different, obviously. But yeah, right now, you know, getting those drones down to those gold mineral patches. Let's see where these Zealots end up going. Nexus coming up, sending 1 down to this gold base. Probe in the main. Not really getting chased. All right, the Queen is not out yet, so... Oh, he does some damage to a Ling. Wants to back up. By the way, the AI of units against workers is very different in StarCraft 1 than StarCraft 2. Workers, if they're fighting and there's other units nearby, your units will not auto-attack the workers. Right? They'll aggro towards the units. Whereas in StarCraft 2, you have to stop your units, your workers from attacking to make that occur. If they're attacking, they will get attacked. It's like what I tell my kids. If you tickle daddy, you will get tickled, right? It's a more user-friendly way for that defense. But that just changes the way that these battles will occur compared to StarCraft 1. But he pulls those Zealots back anyway. Now, the gold base is up and mining, so it does feel pretty good for Rex right now. Obviously, those gold bases are a big big boon to the economy, I guess. Is the way to put it. The Zealot's having a hard time getting in anywhere. The Zergling's coming up and... you know, doing a little bit of harassment. You know, I think about this all the time. When we were kids, you know, there was all these, there's nicknames for StarCraft units. Like Zealots, Gauls. Well, we used to call them Zeals, Gauls, you know, Volts, stuff like that. And I believe my brother was making fun of me and he called Zerglings Zuglugs. I still think of it all the time. Whenever I see Zerglings, I'm like, there's the Zuglugs. It's just so stupid. Anyways, Zealots walking forward. Not Zugzugs, Zuglugs. So it's like Zergling, but Zuglug. Now, Dragoon range on the way. Going up to that Reaver tech that we saw previously. Don't forget the Mutas were the opener from Rex in the previous game. And he was able to kill the first shuttle and the Reaver like for free basically with those Mutalisks. Still ended up losing, but it felt like it was a really good opener overall. Definitely this economy is super, super strong for Rex right now. You know, normally a situation like this, you would definitely be thinking about going Mass Roach against your opponent, but Reavers will do better against Mass Roach than I think basically anything StarCraft 2 Protoss has. I mean, obviously if you get Disruptors out, they can do very well, but there's a certain amount of splitting. That splitting doesn't, like, you can kind of split against Reavers for sure, but it's not quite the same. Not quite the same. Anyways, the Slow Zealots are going to come across the map right now. All right, a split of these Zealots. 3 going up to the main. They're 4 staying at this natural, fighting that Roach. They're just going to get wiped really, really quickly, unfortunately. Yeah, no real damage being dealt, honestly. Not the greatest attack. Feels a little bit wasteful. Like, if this were StarCraft 1, I'd be like, ooh, that's going to come back and bite him. Because that's like how a lot of games are lost, where Protoss will try to get some harassment damage done with their Zealots and just kind of lose them and be sad. But honestly, in StarCraft 1, you always get legs really quickly, so your Zealots can always run out of bad situations. Here, because you're going Reaver, you can't go down both tech routes at once, really. Anyways, the Reaver comes in. It's going to pop this Queen pretty quickly, so that's nice. The shuttle takes a bit of damage here. It does have shuttle speed ready, so that's good as well. Going after the Queen. I wonder if the pull away micro is the same. Like, you can pull if you're retreating from a Scarab while it connects, it deals much less damage in StarCraft 1. I don't know if that's the case here or not. I would imagine that it is, but don't know for sure. Not sure exactly how they program this Scarab in. So a lot of damage. 12 drones being killed. Look at this efficiency. 865 resources lost to 2,000. And the 865 is almost entirely those Zealots that you saw walk across the map and die doing, like, absolutely nothing there. Baneling Nest on the way. All right, a couple of Reavers coming out to a forward position with this shuttle. Ooh, good hit on the Ravagers. Ooh, really, really nice hits right there. Now, that is a lot of Zerglings. Okay. We'll get some decent hits with the Reavers. Yeah, definitely that took less damage retreating, so looks kind of similar. Ooh, loses one of those Reavers really, really quickly. Good pullback here from MC. Some good micro as well. Dragoons dealing massive amounts of damage to these Roaches. Going after the gold base now. Gonna get a few of these drones for sure. And he's going to be able to pick off this gold base. Dude, MC is pretty damn good. Doing a great job here against Rex. Now, that being said, a lot of Roaches come up. He gets some ridiculously good Scarabs. It looks like he will probably end up losing all the Dragoons. But the Scarabs, like, he has made this trade so much better. If it weren't for this Reaver, there'd be, like, no units lost for Rex. Rex does have a higher supply right now. He still has 3 bases, but MC's taking his own third. Rallying a lot of Dragoons out right now. Staying very, very cost efficient. Less than 4K loss to 6.6. All right, he's going to be able to take down these rocks and just kind of open up a path through that center of the map. Ragnarok double expanding. Or not Ragnarok, I'm sorry if I've been saying that at all. It's Rex. We casted Ragnarok earlier as well. But yeah, this is Rex, of course. And Rex double expanding, triple expanding, in fact, right now. So he's taking a lot of bases. MC has to keep the pressure up if he wants to win this game, I think. Because Rex's economy is going to get really, really large. By the way, I think the Ling Roach Ravager is not a terrible idea here. But maybe he wants to work up towards something like Greater Spire. I feel like, you know, obviously the Lurkers didn't end up working for him. I think they could. But when you're going like a more Roach Ling-based comp, you generally can bank a lot of gas. Here, he's not really mining that much gas, so I guess he hasn't been able to do that. But just a thought that it might be good to kind of tech towards something for the later game. What about fungal growth, actually? Fungal growth would be really, really good here. Yeah, I could see fungal growth being very strong. All right, DT's being sent all over the place here by MC. Oh my god, insane, insane Scarabs. Staying ahead of this incoming army. Letting the Dragoons try to make everything kind of clump up a little bit here. Did he? Yeah, he accidentally picked up a Dragoon there. So he lost one of his Reavers. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, the DT's going to get caught. They do end up killing one of the hatches, so that's good at least. Those Banelings doing very little damage to these Dragoons. I'm confused. Were those DTs taking more than one hit to kill a Zergling? It looked weird. It almost looked like that was the case, but I must have been seeing things there. So there's, I mean, no matter what, even if they had StarCraft 1 damage, and they actually have StarCraft 2 damage in this mod, they did change the stats of some of the things for the StarCraft 1 units. Like Marines have 45 health, DTs deal 45 damage, that type of thing. Now the Reaver drop going back into that main base, going after some of the tech now. It has killed off a Queen. Might be able to get these two as well. Yeah, MC getting so much damage, so much value with these Reavers. It might be correct to just go for anti-Reaver in this mod, maybe. Rex needs to get something going against those Reavers because he loses another base here. Look at this, 13k to 7k lost. All right, backing up into the rest of his army. Does have that Dark Archon. What a crazy comp, man. This is making me wonder. Right? Reaver, Dark Archon, Dragoon. Again, it's not something you could go, but it kind of covers all your bases. Dark Archon can deal with all the spellcasters and the flying units. The Dragoons kind of are the middle ground support that does everything, and the Reavers, you know, provide that ridiculous splash damage. It sounds like it's a good comp, but yeah, you can't really go for that in StarCraft 1. But I'm loving watching it here in this mod. You know what I think MC should do here, by the way? I would love to see him throw down some StarCraft 1 shield batteries, just so when Ragnarok sees them, Rex sees them, he's just like, oh shit, and he runs. StarCraft 1 shield batteries so much worse than StarCraft 2 shield batteries. These Reavers considerable damage over here. Oh my god. Oh! Oh! So painful. That was a ton of damage. All right, Psystorm is on the way. Maybe that's the end game here for MC as he gets better and better at this matchup. Reavers, man. Really, he's gotten so much done with these. His multitasking has been excellent. Oh, that Dark Archon has to run back. Oh, shit. Okay, that was actually a pretty excellent Maelstrom. Very few Lings were actually able to hit it, but as the cannons killed him, more Lings were able to hit it. So unfortunate there, and it looks like he will lose both the Reavers because he was microing elsewhere. But right now, MC is on 4 bases. He has more Reavers. We have Adrenal as well as the Ultralisk Cavern coming up here for Rex, who does already have +2 melee attack, which is pretty sick. So he's definitely going to have a very strong melee-based army. Couple mutas coming out as well. I think those mutas very likely will just right-click onto the shuttle during a battle. Ah, yes. More mutas on the way, which makes it make more sense as well. Because if it's only 2, you're not really going to kill it. But if you make a group, you might be able to actually get a pick on it. Like this deep harassment, you're not really expecting mutas at this point. But when they fly out, if you get, you know, I think it's worth it if you get them. Some Banelings rolling in. Killing off all the probes there at that 4th. The 2 mutas chasing down this shuttle. So pretty painful. MC definitely going to end up losing that. Are there any Reavers here? I don't see any at the moment. With no Reavers, it could be problematic. He's trying to bring the Reavers up. The mutas are chasing it right now. Okay, drops them out. Going to get at least a couple good Scarabs here. Yeah, starting to get that real damage there as well. Ends up losing his shuttle and the Reavers. An excellent Maelstrom comes out. Absolutely superb Maelstrom. Great Psystorm underneath it as well. And MC will clear that army. What is actually left here for Rex? Dude, MC is a god. Now, we have the Ultras coming out. Obviously, the Ultras will do very, very well here, but they will take a lot of damage as well. You can see between Reaver, Dragoon. Dude, Dragoons do a lot of damage. 20 base damage. GG is called, and MC will end up 2-0ing Rex. GG. A big thanks to Kiwian for giving me those replays. You should definitely check out his YouTube, and it will be listed below in the description. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Cool games. That's all we